The role of the opposition party is so vital that it is considered almost indispensable to the operation of a democratic system of government. Only in a totalitarian state is the function of the opposition considered redundant and therefore unacceptable or even intolerable. The most important function of the opposition party is to criticize government policies and to provide an alternative government, especially under a two-party system, should the party in power be defeated on any national issues. But criticism of the policy of the ruling party should not be irresponsible based on the notion that it has no other function but only to criticize for the sake of criticism. It should criticize only those policies which are likely to affect the people and the country adversely, so that the people themselves can be assisted in considering the views of the opposition as well as those of the ruling party. The people may then form their own views and express them for the government to consider. In this way, the government is in a better position to formulate its policy and make its decisions acceptable to the people. As the opposition's main aim is to assume power after the next general elections, it tries to impress upon the people its competence for the assumption of power in the country. It is also deeply conscious of the fact that its policy will also be subjected to criticism in the events of its taking the reins of government in the future. It is this consciousness that impels it to support the party in power on several issues. For it may receive similar support when it is in power. Besides, occasional support for the party in power reveals the reasonableness of the party and gains for it the sympathy and confidence of the people. It does not try to obstruct the government from carrying out its policy, for it is aware of the power that the government has to overcome all obstructions. These functions of the opposition indicate its importance. The leader of the opposition is even paid an attractive salary for his role in parliament. As the opposition party is always aiming at power, it is always ready to assume control of the government. It has sufficient men with experience and knowledge to assume leadership at any moment. It is always on the alert for opportunities to defeat the government, and once it sees an opportunity, it is relentless in its criticism. When the government fails to gain sufficient support in parliament on any issue, it is defeated and the opposition then has the chance to form a new government. In this way, the oppositions provide an alternative government, and as the people are aware of this, they do not mind withdrawing their support from the ruling party when necessary, in order to allow the opposition to assume power until the next general election. For the political stability is assured. In countries where there are too many political parties to form an effective opposition, however, the defeat of the party in power is followed by much chaos, owing to the absence of an alternative government. As a result, elections have to be held to establish a new government. In a totalitarian state, on the other hand, where power is concentrated in the hands of a single party, the policies of the government are not subjected to any criticism. For rival party and the people as a whole are hardly permitted any participation in the making of decisions. As a result, the policies of the government often cause some hardship to the people who have no means of ventilating their grievances. The absence of an opposition party is clearly to the disadvantage of the country. In short, the opposition in any government not only helps to clarify political issues by its criticism but also keeps the people aware of government policies. It also helps to maintain political stability by forming a new government as soon as the ruling party has lost the confidence of the people.